Hey guys, and welcome, and today we got another matchup. Today we got Sakuyamon versus Diaboromon. And I do start it off here, Digivolve into a Patamon, and then I draw for my turn. And I drop this Renamon on play reveal, top 4 cards. Can get a Taomon, Sakuyamon, and 1 Rika. My only target is Rika at that point. And turn over. He does hatch into a Sumimon here, Digivolves into that EX1 Karamon. And Digivolves into Kurisarimon for 2, leaving him at 1. Digivolves to Infamon for 3, leaving me at 2. And he's kind of setting up for that Diaboromon already. And this point, really to deal with Diaboromon, the quicker you can get rid of it, the faster it is. And by rid of it, I mean getting rid of the security. I did use a Kazemon there. It sucks using the Kazemon, but I didn't have a tamer, and I also didn't have a champion, which led me to Digivolve into the Taomon, and now I played Rika for free. So now he does move up into his Infamon. And here I'm expecting him to Digivolve, and he does. He Digivolves into this EX1 Diaboromon, and this one, every time it's my turn, all his Diaboromon will gain blockers, so that it's very pesky. Not to mention all that DP buff that he does get with his inherits. I do move up that Patamon. I lose 2 memory, and I go into Cubimon. That way, so I could memory choke him. And I'm able to use Cubimon's effect here and possibly get a plugin, and I get no targets. Keep in mind, guys, if you guys do want to play, go ahead and join my Discord. It will be down in the description below if you guys want to play some matches against us and potentially do a video that I will potentially upload. Moving on, he does Digivolve to that Kurisarimon, still has a Diaboromon. He does pass his turn after Digivolving, leaving me at 3 since I do have Rika. Go ahead and hatch, I was about to say Digivolve, hatch into that Viximon. Play a TK and Kari, and at this point I just want to memory choke him till I'm ready to attack. Since he does not have a memory set tamer, so I'm kind of using it to my advantage right now. He does drop a Karamon for 3 and searches, and he does get an errata, and he's able to get that one of those 3 Digimon since they are unidentified. He does get that Infamon, and now it is my turn at 3. And at this point I still do not have Sakuyamon, so I do Digivolve to that Renamon just to kind of help me draw and also be able to Digivolve down there. Do Digivolve to that Taomon, and now I get that Rika, second Rika for free. And now here I play offensive plugin to kind of leave him at 2, but then I did forget that all these effects pop off. So now I get a memory from Renamon, which is good. I'm like, okay, I'll leave him at 1. I do play that, or Viximon's effect activates. And then Karamon here, I thought he was at 3, so I thought he wouldn't die. But then Cubimon's inherit gets minus 2000, therefore it did pop that Karamon, and now Patamon pops off, and now it is my turn again. But it's bad because I have nothing else to play, so I do just drop another Renamon, leaving him at 4. It is a lot of memory, but I do give his Diaboromon security attack minus 1. So we'll see. And there we go, he does drop that errata for 3, still leaving him at his turn. And he Digivolves to an Infamon. And he is definitely getting ready for another Diaboromon down there. And here I still do not have the Sakuyamon, so I'm like, okay, let me just go whiteboard. I do drop that Bushi, leaving him at 2. Errata triggers, and he does get 1 more memory. I did not move up that Renamon because obviously he has that Digimon Emperor down there. It would have given him 2 memory. So he moves up here, that Infamon, and we should see him Digivolve into another Diaboromon, decreasing its evolution from that Infamon. And here we go into that promo Diaboromon for a play cost of 2. And now he does play a token off of Errata. And now here's a misplay here. That Sakuyaman, every time you play a Diaboromon, you get a memory. It should have been 1 instead of 2 because he Digivolved into that Diaboromon. He didn't play it. He does play Alice, so here at this point it should have been the end of his turn, but it wasn't. And now that Diaboromon has security attack +3 since he has 3 Diaboromon in play. First check Rika, second is Sakuyamon. He does have 13,000, so it does not get deleted. And then he goes into that Taomon. Last check is a Renamon, so I'm like, oh god. He could not have gone for game here because he did just play that token and it does not have rush. So he was not able to close out this turn. Therefore he does play a Caramon, uses effect, and he gets another Diaboromon. Passing turn here, leaving me at 5 because TK and Kari do trigger since I have less security than he does. So now I'm like, okay, I need to let's get it. So I swing a Bushi. I'm like, okay, let's see how this works out. I do use TK and Kari, give -1000 to that blocker Diaboromon, the EX1. So now he's at 10,000 DP. And I'm like, please don't block, please don't block. And he did not block, and I actually survived. I'm like, okay, nice. So now here we go into the beauty of the deck. Sakuyamon. On Digivolution, I am able to unsuspend one of my Digimon, so now Bushi comes back up. And then Sakuyamon's effect, for every tamer that I have in play, I can get 1 plugin, which I only had 1, so that plugin comes back to my hand. I do swing here. I suspend Rika to activate her effect and play that plugin that I just got from the trash. Now Sakuyamon's effect is going to trigger, Taomon's effect is going to trigger. Basically everyone's effect's gonna trigger. So now here I use the Sakuyamon and the Taomon to delete that token since at 5,000. And then Patamon pops off, I go back to 3. Renamon pops off, I get another memory, so I go back to 4. Biximon I am able to draw here since I played that plugin. And then I gave -2000 to, eventually I gave it to that Caramon just to kind of control board here and see, but if in case I'm not able to win, kind of drop the body count that he has. So now I swing for a +1. First check is Errata, so now he has another Errata, and then second one is Caramon. And now we did forget to suspend that Digimon Emperor, so we are going to do it here since that token is considered level 6. So he does suspend Digimon Emperor and he gets to draw 1 card. And now I'm going to Digivolve that other Sakuyamon, unsuspend that Sakuyamon from her effect, use her effect, and I will be able to get that offensive plugin back to my hand since technically it's in the trash. And that Sakuyamon still has security attack +1 because it does last for the turn, and it is still my turn. Now I'm going to swing with the Sakuyamon, suspend another Rika, and play that offensive plugin again. And now here, -3 and minus the Taomon's effect and Sakuyamon, I do give it to that EX1 blocker Diaboromon. Here, I did forget that the other Sakuyamon also activates, and that EX1 Diaboromon technically should have been deleted. But he didn't block, and he checks the last 2, and that was game. So there you go, guys. If you guys do want to check out this deck list, I do have this deck list up. So go ahead and check it out, and I will see you guys on the next video.